Hello, and thank you for your interest in LanguageCert, an approved SELT provider for the UK government. My name is Janet Golding. Today, I'm introducing you to our A2 speaking and listening exams. So, first, I will tell you about LanguageCert and our SELT exams. Then move on to information about the A2 exams. Then I will tell you about results and pass marks. Finally, I'll tell you about getting ready for your LanguageCert SELT exam. Let's look at some information now about LanguageCert. We are part of a company called PeopleCert, which works across the world as a global leader in certification. LanguageCert is a language assessment organisation, and we are recognised by the UK government. We have excellent customer service available, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We use modern technology in and for all our exams. LanguageCert and PeopleCert are internationally recognised for our exams. We have approved test centres all over the world, and millions of exams are taken. You need to know which SELT exam to take for the visa you want. So it's very important for you to check the UK government guidance about this for the very latest information. We also have this information on our website too. So, why choose a LanguageCert SELT exam? Well, we are fast, reliable, and friendly. Fast because we send you your provisional results in a few minutes after your test. Reliable because our exams are fair exams of real life, everyday English. Friendly because our excellent customer service team can answer all your questions anytime. Now, let's look at the A2 speaking and listening test. It is an online interview with a real live examiner. We call them an interlocutor. You take this test at a LanguageCert SELT test centre. It takes 9 to 11 minutes. Your provisional result is ready 15 minutes after your test. It is sent to your email address. Your official result is sent to you in 3 business days. To pass, you need to get 60 marks or more out of 100. The test has 4 different parts. In part 1, you give personal information. In part 2, you start or you answer in 2 everyday situations. In part 3, you give information and listen to information. And in part 4, you listen and answer questions, then you talk about a topic. Let's look at these 4 parts in more detail now. So, part 1. Part 1 takes 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes. You need to give personal information. You must say and spell your family name. You must say where you are from. And you must answer 3 simple questions about everyday topics. Here is an example of part 1. First, the examiner asks you these questions. Can you spell your family name for me, please? Where are you from? Then they will ask you 3 more questions like these about everyday topics. For example, daily life. What time do you wake up? Travel. How do you usually travel around? Food and drink. What's your favourite food and why? If you don't understand something, please ask the examiner. They can repeat or make something clear to you. Don't forget, they are friendly English language professionals. Remember, try to show what you know by giving full answers. Now, on to part 2. Part 2 takes 1 minute and 30 seconds. You need to communicate with the examiner, talk to the examiner in 2 everyday situations. You must start a conversation or answer, but don't worry, the examiner will tell you, so listen carefully. Remember to speak clearly and say what you think. Here are some examples of A2 situations. In the first example, the candidate, you, might hear this from the examiner. I work at a restaurant. You phone to book a table for dinner. I start. Oscar's restaurant, how can I help you? Then you answer and a short conversation continues. In the second situation, the examiner can say, we're friends. You want to buy a new phone and you want my advice. You start. So you begin the conversation and then the examiner will continue. You both have a short conversation. Remember, you are always yourself in these situations. Here is some information now about part 3. It takes 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes. You need to ask for and give information. You must talk about what is the same and what is different in 2 pictures. So, if you look at this example, you can see you have a picture and the examiner has a different picture. You don't see the examiner's picture, you just see your one. You need to listen carefully to the examiner to answer their question and the short conversation that continues. So, for example, they can say to you, now, part 3. Here's a picture of a market stall. I have a different picture of a market stall. Let's ask and answer questions about the two pictures. I start. I've got a man talking on his mobile phone. What about you? Okay, now in part 4, there are two different things for you to do. First, we have part 4A, which is 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes. You need to understand someone talking about something. You must listen to the examiner and answer questions. Here is an example of part 4A. You listen to the examiner twice. They will read the information, as we said, twice, and you will see the questions before you listen, and you can take notes. The examiner might read this, for example. Marco works as a car mechanic. He loves his job, but he also enjoys relaxing and spending time with his family or on his hobbies. His favourite hobby is cooking. He can cook many dishes very well, not just pizza and pasta, but the dish all his friends like is Spanish omelette. Last year, he took online lessons to learn how to bake desserts. Marco says that cooking isn't difficult and that everyone should learn how to cook. At the weekends, he likes to cook with his 2 children, and his daughter also takes photos of the food they make. She has a blog and she writes about the dishes they make together. The questions the examiner might ask you could be, what is Marco's favourite hobby? What did Marco learn last year? Who takes the photos? Now, part 4B. So the second thing for you to do takes 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You need to talk about a topic after 30 seconds of preparation time. You must talk for 1 minute about a topic that the examiner gives you. Then you need to answer some questions. We can see an example here. So you talk on your own and then answer some questions. The examiner can say, for example, this. You are going to talk on your own for 1 minute. Your topic is your hobbies. You now have 30 seconds to write some notes to help you. You are going to talk about your hobbies. So, after 30 seconds thinking and writing time, you just make short notes to help you if you want. The examiner will tell you to start. After that, you can get questions like these ones, for example. What new hobby would you like to start? What sports or hobbies are popular in your country? Do you prefer playing sports or watching them on TV? Is there a sport or hobby you don't like? Why? Okay, let's look now at what your official result will look like. Remember, this information comes to you 3 days after exam day. Here you can see a typical test report, and this includes the unique reference number, the special number you need for your visa application. Remember, you need to pass, and this means getting 60 or more out of 100. Now, let's talk about getting ready for your SELT exam. Firstly, how can you best prepare for your exam? Well, you need to look at the LanguageCert Speaking and Listening Qualification Handbook, because it has the most important information for you about the A2 test, including grammar, functions, and topics for this level. We also have practice papers, which can help you to see typical questions and topics you can meet on exam day. Why not practice with a friend? Please see our website for videos as well and exam day tips. There is lots of useful information to help you on our website. You may also want to take a preparation course before your test to improve your English. For any questions about our SELT tests, do contact our customer service team anytime. They are always there for you. Taking your SELT exam is easy in these 5 simple steps. First, book your exam. You book your exam online. You choose your exam, your city, your test centre. Step 2, receive exam details. After you book your test online, you will get an email with all the information you need for exam day. Step 3, on exam day. Make sure you get to the test centre 30 minutes before your exam starts. Bring the same ID you used to book your test, and ask the friendly test centre staff if you have any questions. Step 4, take the exam. Don't forget, your exam is a short conversation online with our live, friendly LanguageCert interlocutor. Step 5, exam results. Your provisional results arrive after 15 minutes, and remember, your official test report comes to you in 3 business days. Right. If you have any questions, please contact us on our website, or please email us. We are always happy to hear from you. Thank you for your time today. We hope it was useful. Good luck. Goodbye for now.